Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Nail Art by Sin. Thank you for joining me today. My inspiration was the song Itsy Bitsy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, and so I went with that and made a beautiful yellow polka dot and nail set. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to teach you how to do it.
Hello there and welcome back to my channel, Nail Art by Zen. Today I'm going to be recreating this beautiful nail set that I made for myself. This is so pretty. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just gorgeous? I think it turned out so pretty. I just can't wait to wear these. This is cute. Okay, so again, let me just kind of show you up close. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so let me just set this down. What I'm going to be using is I have this Rizel gel polish, and this is number 10. And then I have Jodson, which is one of the 7 ml bottles. Been using these up, and this is number B554. This is the black. And then I'm going to be using this little Mepha bottle that's yellow. And the number here is very hard to see, but it's 0594. There you go. So very easy design to do. And then I'm going to be using my Kolinsky number 2 brush. And this is a 1/2 inch. I've got another smaller detail brush here that I may use. And I use this brush. It's just a generic brush that I had purchased, but I use it only for adhesive, glue or builder gel, whatever I'm going to use to help adhere the little bows up on the top. And then I have my 100% acetone, and that's about it. So without further ado, let's get started. There are a couple of more things that I will be using that I neglected to point out. I do have some pointer tools here. These are different sizes, which I will be using for some of the dots. And then also, I find that I have all kinds of gel glue to adhesive glue to add the charms to my nails, but what I have found works 100% and the charms don't fall off is builder gel. So depending on the color of the nail that I'm using, I did buy a set off of Savvyland, and this is a pretty big container. It's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, and you can see that it is a pretty good size. And I've had this for close to a year, and you can see that I've used just I haven't even put a dent in this. I just always make sure to keep it very tight. And this one is the clear one. The other two that I haven't even opened them. This is a white, milky white, and this one is a light pink. So I do use a wooden stick. I just keep it in the little box, but this is what I use to make sure that I get, everywhere that I need to get. The other thing that I use is the little adhesive brush that I showed you a couple of seconds ago. And then the other thing is I picked out these 3 black little cute charms, and they're matte. And so what I do is I put the top coat, when I'm doing the nail with the top coat, I just put it all over the bow, and it just helps reinforce it even more than just using the builder gel. So just a little tip for you. I'm going to put on my gloves, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, and so we are going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Rizal gel polish. It is number 10, and I'm going to use it on 3 fingers, which is the thumb, the index finger, and the pinky. We're just going to cover the whole nail with that. So I have my nails ready to go right here. I've already filed off the little nubby thing here at the tip. Otherwise, these nails will fit me perfect. So let me just shake my little right. This is one of the old ways that I used to swatch instead of using ring swatches, which I didn't even know existed. I used to use fishing line. That just tells you how long I've had this, a year at least. And then I would take a nail tip, a short nail tip, and swatch them that way. And then I got smart and found these swatch rings. So, okay, so we're going to do it on 3 nails. So we are going to start with that. This is a real pretty nude color. All right, so we're going to put this one in the lamp. Start that for 60 seconds. And now we're going to do the index finger. Rizal is a gel polish that I bought. I have bought several colors, and I do use it for my practice nails, or if I'm doing a set for myself, because I'll use 2 coats. I'm a big supporter of Madame Glam. As you can tell from my background, you can see all my Madame Glam polishes and supplies. But I only use Madame Glam if I'm doing a set for a client, or, you know, if I'm going to be selling them on Etsy or Shopify or something. Otherwise, I try to use my less expensive polishes when I'm just practicing on nails or making myself a set. I don't wear my press-on nails very long, as I'm changing them out quite often because of what I do. Okay, I'm going to put these 3 in for 60 seconds, and then I'll come back and put a second coat on there. While those lamps are curing, I'm going to show you some nails that I practiced on last night. So this is my first attempt of this nail, and it looks a little sloppy to me. I did like a ombre there, and then I used a, what do you call it, chrome pen for that design there. And then this is the second attempt, and it came out a whole lot better. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and do a set like this. And then Christmas is coming up, so I thought, okay, I want to do a set with some reindeer and snowmen. And so this is one of the little deer that I drew freehand. Isn't that just so cute? This one turned out real nice. I like it. Rudolph. And then, of course, Valentine's Day is shortly after that. And this is my first attempt of a heart, two little hearts, but I don't know, I just kind of, to me it looks too globbish. So then I did another design with hearts, and this one came out better. That turned out real cute. I put like a little lace around that heart there. Okay, and then summer is almost over, which I think it is over already. We're already into fall, so I did a watermelon. I love watermelon. That's like one of my favorite fruits. I think this turned out really nice. And then there's a couple of others that I did, just kind of messing around, looking for some inspiration online, and did those. So just little practice nails that I did. I hope you like those. Okay, back to what we're doing. Just waiting on the, I put it on for an additional 30 seconds. I want to make sure it's real dry before I put the next coat on. Okay, so these have come out of the lamp, and they're nice and dry. So I'm going to put that second coat on. It looks like there's something on the brush. Hold on just a second. Just rinse off the brush a little bit. All right, let's try that again. There you go. All right, let me put that back in the lamp. Okay, and on these two nails, I'm going to use the Mepha yellow, which is 0594. Hope y'all can see that right there, 0594. Let me shake that bottle a little bit. All right, so I used the Mepha yellow, which is the 0594. I did put the first coat on the pointing finger and the ring finger, so those are in the lamp right now. And as soon as they come out of the lamp, I will do the next coat. I'm sorry, I thought I was videotaping, but Obviously forgot to hit the record button. All right, got about 3 seconds here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat. All right. It's going in for the next 60 seconds. Let me get the second coat on this one. All right, let's get this one in. Now I'm going to hit the 60 seconds for both of them. Okay, so let me show you a little trick. Sometimes when you clean your brushes with the 100% acetone, it kind of, when the bristles dry on your brush, they kind of dry. Doesn't look real pretty, doesn't look nice. So, but what I learned is to use cuticle oil or even coconut oil. I just put some on my finger like that. And then I will take the brush and I will just brush it all the way around. It conditions the brush. And so it helps it go back into place. And sometimes I just have to set it down on this little mat that I have. See how it puts it back into place? And so I'll do that usually before I start painting. And then I'll just wipe it. Make sure and get any oils off. And that really does help condition the brush some. Okay. So I am going to put a little bit of yellow polish on my little palette here because I need to do an outline. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take this one that I did before and hold it in this finger. And then take this one. Sorry about that. Kind of up next to it, just so I can kind of eyeball about the same size. There you go. So now I know that I'm going to fill the bottom portion of this. See how it went a little crooked? So I just need to take the brush all the way across and make sure that it's straight. There you go. And then I can take the rest of the polish and just brush it on my I only do that because I don't want to waste any of the polish at all, so I'll just do as much as I can from this little, from the brush that I'm using. And then I will take the brush itself from the bottle and give it a real good coat there. And just kind of straighten out the line as best as I can. And remember, this is one coat, so I still need to give it a second coat there. So there you go. We're going to put that in the lamp. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Okay. There you go. Try to straighten out the line as best as I can. And then do the same thing with the rest of the polish. Just try to get it on there. There you go. And put this one in the lamp. Same thing, 60 seconds. And then I'm going to do the last one. Try to line it up with this one as best as I can. Okay. All right. 60 seconds for that one. This one is ready for the second coat. All right, that looks wonderful. Let's try this one. All right. All right, so this is the last 60 seconds for all these three. Next one I'm going to do is I'm going to use my black. So, going to put a little bit of black here. Aside from trying to keep my work area clean, I do try to keep my gloves clean as well. Sorry, I'm always tipping that. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit more acetone in here. So far, I have bought acetone on Amazon. Sometimes I buy it. If I see it at the Dollar Tree, I'll pick it up there. It's actually cheaper at the Dollar Tree, even though it's $1.25. I don't know if it's going to go up as everything else is going up, but right now it's still worth it. Let me just clean my brush. See how nice it stays after you condition it? All right, so these are out of the lamp, and now we're going to do the polka dots. Actually, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liner and get some black gel polish, and we are going to just draw a very thin line right above where the yellow, like that, right above where the yellow ends. Perfect. We'll do that to all 3 of these. Oops, see how I did that crooked? Alright, so I need just a little bit of acetone there. Okay, let's try that again. Right. Okay. And we'll do the last one. All right, here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna put these in the lamp for 60 seconds, all 3 of them. And while those are curing, clean off my brush. Make sure I get it real clean. Okay, I'm done with that brush. I'm going to get my dotting tools and get the bigger one first. So we're going to put polka dots on this one, just like I did this one here. All right, so I'm going to do some big dots first. Then I'll come back with some little dots in between here and there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some little ones. That looks nice. Gonna take these out. And put that one in for 60 seconds while I work on the next one. Do the big dots first. I think I'm gonna need some more black polish. Back over some of these because they look small. There you go. All right, I'm gonna go with the little one now. All right, there you go. Let's put a couple more over here. All right, let's get that one in there for 60 seconds. And now we need to put the dots on the bottom portions of these with the little black lines. Okay. Let's get some big ones on here first. And now the little ones. Okay. Let's do this little one and we'll be done. All right, let's do one more here on this side. And we'll get these going 60 seconds for the 3 of them. All right, those are done. Next, we're going to get ready to do our bows. So I'm going to open up my builder gel. These have come out of the lamp. They look nice. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is get the bows on, and then I'm going to give them a little coat of top coat on the nail and on the bow. So I'll use this, a little adhesive brush that I use for adhesive glue. Really, you don't need very much at all. You just use we'll start with this little all right. I'm gonna get my little tweezers and pick one up. Place it right there, get it centered. And I'm going to give it a flash cure for about 30 seconds just to get that in place, and then I'll come back and secure it down more. Okay, I'm going to do this one now. Same thing. Another flash cure here. And then we're going to do the thumb. Right. All right, give that one a flash cure as well. this one is ready for me to secure down more. So I'm going to get a little bit more glue or builder gel. I call it glue, but it's builder gel. And I'm just going to go in on all the edges just to really get it down there. Okay. Get this one back in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. And get the next one out. Okay. I think that one is very secured down. And we'll do the last one. All right, we're getting this one in the lamp now. You always want to cover up your builder gel just as soon as you're done with it. You don't want to, and especially don't like keep it right next to the lamp because that's not a good idea. All right, while that is curing, I'm going to clean my brush. I'm just using some acetone. Okay. I always like to keep my little, if I can. Oops, that's not the right one. Okay. Let's try this one. I don't think this is going to be the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay. I like to keep the little plastic tips on them to protect them. Alright, let's see if this is pretty secure. And it seems like it is, so I'll be able to just get my top coat on that one. Same thing on this one. And I'm just going to put top coat on all of them now. Look at that. They turned out cute, didn't they? That set looks amazing. Okay, let me get these top coated, and so I'll show you what I'm doing on one of them. So basically I'm going to start this way, just going up, making sure I get everything covered. Then I'm going to do the bottom part and the sides. And then I'm going to come in and do the little bow all over. Sides, under it, everything. It gives it a little glossy shine to it because it was not, it was matte. There you go. That looks perfect. See? Okay, then that just like triple secures the bow, the charm to the nail. So again, I just start from the top, work all around it, all around the bow itself. And then I go ahead and give the bow a little top coat. Just get it all around it. And then one last cover for the whole nail, just to kind of make it, you know, even and not so. This has hair on it. I don't know. It's got fuzz. Oh, it did have fuzz on it. Okay, let's try that again. That is weird. I don't know where that fuzz is coming from. Okay, let me get it. It's still on there. That was weird. And this is the last one. Okay, here we go, last 60 seconds. Just wondering if it was these little cloth wipes that I'm using. I don't see any fuzz on them, but yep, it sure is. Okay, let me get rid of those. These definitely are not lint-free, so those will not work. Okay, let's see, there's about 17 seconds to go. Okay, these are ready, and they turned out beautiful. They are so pretty. Oh my goodness. They're gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Oh my goodness. That turned out beautiful. Just awesome. Great job, if I may say so myself. It's a very, very nice set. So I look forward to wearing these for sure. Okay, well, thank you so much. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And nail art by Sim, of course. Thank you.